Yes. Vigilante Deku, Vigilante Macu, Vigilante Deku, Vigilante Deku. I'm back, baby. So, Omen says you can't be a hero without a quad. Izuku looks at him with his eyes. And he's like, I don't care no more. Oh my God. Sees the kid about to fall. And he does fall. But this is something the Omnitrix. No, the Ultra Matrix was going back to Azimuth. But it fell and it landed on his wrist. Secrets at it and it calibrated. No user. And it blew up. But changing into a normal watch. There was so much tech in it. It's powerful. And it calibrated. And it touched Jetway. No, not Jetway. Override. Command. Turning it black and red, black and green. They see it pop up and they see the kid. They see a rollable hand popped out. Let's say Izuku knows how to invent stuff and a robo hand. If he ever did to suicide, I would put something on him and he pressed it. Nanomech upgrade. What should I choose? They see him, and then they see him flat down. Function. They see it start growing, splitting apart. Only sees this watch starts splitting apart, and then it sees a robo hand press it down, changing. Heat blast. He becomes heat. Heat goes around him. Up comes on the ground. And then he turns it. The heat becomes blue. The rocks become black. The robot gets smacked. But the robot did something changing its shape. You see, the robot is now an Omnitrix helper, a Trix helper, where it changes into the thing it needs. Think of Goop. Think of Goop. You know Goop. You know Goop. You know the slit. You know the ants. DNA. They see metal, a metal helmet with metal wings, and boosters form on the legs with the Omnitrix symbol, green and black, with black on the side, and he starts flying. Oh my, he's like, wait, is that the device that the kid made? Where he can become stuff? Izuku goes home that night. The small robot I call Jean changed its shape. It has metal legs, like it started changing into a human shape, but then a skirt, let's say one of skirt species snuck in and went in it. At the end, and fusing them two, making an arm, a slime. The legs he became like 4 arms is arms. 4 arms. Tail with ultimate spider monkey stings and green eyes. Tech. And they hear the name Techagon and the army truck symbol on him, allowing him to become something small. And they see him it pop open, and he presses it, becoming self-destruction. Or no, actually became Izuku says why, and Ingo goes on the trip with Asashi, would say, so leaving Izuku alone, and she said she will send him money. And let's say Ingo Izuku had a car. So, Izuku. So when he woke up, he sees a metal, let's say a galvan, no, not a galvanic mechamorph. Yeah. Let's say a new type of DNA of a galvan mechamorph with a galvan and Scud. And Scud fuse form a kata. A kata is has the strength and abilities of all 3 of them. They wrap around him, his army troops, and changing it so it can go ultimate and that night, like, why should I be a hero? Maybe I should be a vigilante. So he grabs 2 knights. He finds a bandana, puts that on. He finds a black sweatshirt. He puts that on. Black pants. He finds shoes. He finds 2 gauntlets that go on his hands and covering his hair. Now he's no ordinary kid. He's Ben 10. He said, pop. Alien X. He pressed the alien. I'm not human. They see him. I'm not human. I'm not human. They see a pop up. Zoom! And that he saw a villain. Let's say Overkiss. Let's say the sludge. No. The villain that Kame Woods and Mountain Raven fight the day before. Look who sees this. He escaped the jail. They see the vigilante Izuku just grabs both of his knives and cuts the head off. What? Grabs the knife and cuts it. And he's like, huh? You see, when it wrapped around his, they see him slash with his knife, cutting the head. It just regrew. You see, the guy's quirk is a growing, hardening / regrowing quirk. As Izuku says, the Ultra Matrix pops up. Izuku presses it. Boing, boing. For some reason, he presses it out of instinct. They see him put both of his hands down, and they see hands both slide down and then slide up. Keep on doing this until multiple arms work. They see gold armor form around him. They see gladiators, and then they see silver armor with blades. The blades on there and chains on the sides on him. They see him grab them and says 4, and then he turns it 3 times, chop 2 times. They see, whoa, an ultimate one will get stronger and go 2 extra arms, but 6 arms. How about 8 arms? They see 8 arms, 7 stabbies. He wins, he slices, he goes to our ties. It's Austin style. Oh, well, Izuku's this off one. Mega quad arms. Quad smack, 4 smack. 6, 8, 8, obliterate. They see them, this jump up, obliterate. He puts both of his, all 8 of his hands together. Obliterate! Smash! They put their hands like this. They put their hands like that. Where and all of them, then they see them hit all of them, and they see them thrown. And then the final one, just cut it off their head with the blades. And the blades changed to the chain with a blade on the chain. It wasn't he whacks around the head of with the blade in the head with the brain, with the chin wrapped up. And then he says, and then he finds a function on the chain to cancel any quirk it touches. So it canceled the guy's quirk, shrinking him back down to a human. They see, and it stabbed him in both of the hands. They see him wraps around him. Alien down! They see him, and then they see the they see the arms that form back to two. Generation X. Izuka says, standard. Think of a weapon. He forms, and Izuka goes, and he ties him up with rope he had on him. They show him knotted, and then they man, please put a quirk taking power before you undo this. A note says with the Omnitrix symbol and a bunny with a Omnitrix symbol saying hop. And then let's say one of them didn't, and they see him grow. And then he says what? And he sees a small fiber of the Omnitrix, and they see him grab it and they can throw it on in him again. They see it start shrinking his hand, but the rest so. And they try to track the material down, but it's not on Earth anywhere. So what? We have to find a way to duplicate it. They hear a knock, and then they see a kid walk in, a 15-year-old kid say, I can help you there. The metal is Chronos. Metal I discovered. Chronos is the hardest thing. Cancels any quirk. Like, what do you mean? Chronos is a metal found in media, a type of a Kratos. A Kratos is 100 metals, 80,000, all the metals in the world mixed together, and then water going through them, dripping some stuff on them, and then hardening, then melting, then hardening again, and then having a quirk serum dropped into them for some people that spilled their blood. It's the hardest metal to come by. But I found like 10 bits. It's like that guy must have stealed it from somewhere. A guy says, and this guy is Izuku. But they seem to say, call this number if you need more information. And it's quite, but they say, can we have some of that metal? He says, sure. And he got some metal of it. You see, that metal is actually found in kitchen knives and a power in quirk. And he says, here, he's like, so what? Here, I found them in a cave when I was just born. and I can't find any more. What cave is it? I don't remember. But I could help you find it because wait, he says they hear him start, and they would say he's like I can come. They see him come, and then they see him start twisting his watch. They're like he twisted. They see him start twisting, and they see it's a code. And then they see a keypad, and they see him start typing stuff. In a weird language, in Galvin language, and a bit of the thing went into him, making him able to use Galvin language. And then they see him say, "Find it." And they see them start scattering stuff. Good. I can't take this off, by the way. And no, I don't give you some permission to remove it. They're like, what? It's useful. Allows me to do stuff that I usually couldn't. And plus it will only work with my DNA because I made it. You see, I was uncoaculous. They hear this? What do you mean? But I have intelligence. I have intelligence higher than anyone. So I built this to help my intelligence become real power. This and they're like, so what? You think so? You made this? What? Yes. And I don't understand how I got that language into it, but God bless I did. When they hear him say, God bless I did. You know why? No one can translate it. He says, and they try and they can't. So Izuku says, so yeah. So yeah. Izuku still does his vigilante missions. And here's this lying about all that. I found it in a cave. You know how you see, he can turn anything into it. So he went into the cave and turned some regular metal ore into it. Well, deep down, next to some water, lava, and some blood of a cork blood. And they say it's what? And Zuko say, and all this is mine. They hear, I found all this. Doesn't that make it mine? They say, yeah, true. What are you going to do with it? I am still laughing. I'm going to I'm going to sell it to the government for money. He says, duh. And he goes to the government, and they see him say, I have something that can take away corks if it hits you. You can probably use it in bullets now. They're like, what? It'd be perfect for our military and our hero system, not to mention. They're like, true. What is it? It's called ice. I'm going to sell it to you for $100 a ball. And they hear this? It's so rare. They hear this? My boy can make like 1,000 bullets. You hear him say? And they're like, yeah, that's a deal. Now you have 5 balls and 500 bullets. You think I would be called insane, right? And the president is like, yeah. Izuku says, they like, yeah, we agree. They see him get the money. Thank you. And they see him throw something. It took me so long to melt this. They are like, what is it? Give it to the president. They see it drop, go on the president. They see it wrapped around him. Then they see it dispel into a, let's say he lost his arm in battle, and they see it reform a metal hand, but with 2 bullets on it, with 4 bullets, and it could pop off to form a rocket. They see him, and they see it go back, and they see him say, go outside for that. They see him go outside, and they see, ready! They see him ginormous bullet. And they see him take a bit of it, and they say, I need this bite. They see him float in the air. They see it land on a marking. Mr. Prez, how do we know it's not dangerous? I've never heard of president or somebody that works for the king of Japan. He says this, and they're like, yeah. And it took me